Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Eduardo from Italy, and today we're gonna review the new S-line FD. I have two different colors and we're gonna compare it to the Metal Flake FD and the C-line FD. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, all those things. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it if you give me any feedback about the video, what format you would like to see. So first of all, thanks to Discmania for sending out those new S-line PD, DD3 and FD. I'm also gonna review the PD and the DD3 and compare it to the C-line and to the Cloudbreaker in one of the next videos. But for today, I'm gonna stick to the FDs. So let's start with how the new S-line feels. It feels more grippy and it is less stiff compared to the C-line. Okay, now let's get into the fun part and throw them in an open field. It's about 150 meters, not that I need them all. Should be around 450 or 500 feet. As a reference, I'm at 930 rated player. I started this golf about 1.5 years ago. I guess my max distance is around 420 feet. With the distance drivers, I usually go around 360 feet, so 110 meters. Probably on good days 120, so 400 feet. If I can get that distance with those fairway drivers, I'm gonna be happy. Also keep in mind there's a slight headwind. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna start with some slight Hyzers and then go into flat and then Anhyzer. I'll try to give the same power and the same angle, but I'm not a professional, so I'm just gonna try. I'll start with the two FDs and then the C-line and then the Metal Flake. With the first throw, I had a really good distance and as you can see, the disc flips to the right, carries a little bit and then fades back to the left. This other color instead, I feel like I put on the same amount of Hyzer, but it didn't flip up as much, even though it kept straight for a little bit and then faded to the left. With the C-line, I feel like my timing was a little bit off and I didn't put as much power. It just kept the line and went to the left. With the Metal Flake, even more, I put it higher and I had less power. But I feel like the flight is very similar to the C-line where it didn't really want to flip up. Okay, so those two went around this much and those two went around this much. So I feel like this color of FD is a little bit more understable than this one. Maybe the wind switched a little between one throw and the other, but I'm not sure. This one, I would put it in the middle, kind of like this one, and this one is definitely the more overstable. Okay, now we're gonna try to have a flat angle and try to see if they turn over, if they want to go straight or what they want to do. Again, there's a little bit of headwind, so let's try them. S-line first. I really love the flight of this S-line. It flips a little bit, but it goes pretty much straight the whole way. Super straight. I'll try to put a little bit more height. Again, I don't know if I had more power, my timing was better with this blue S-line. I also put it higher, but it flipped to the right way more for then coming back to the left. Such a nice flight. Now the beast. Wind is switching a little bit. Now it's going a little bit from there. The Metal Flake instead kept straight the whole way, maybe flipped up very tiny bit, but then it faded to the left. And finally the C-line. With the C-line instead, I probably put it a little bit lower, but it kept straight, it didn't flip up so much, then it went a little bit to the left. Okay, so flat, they definitely went a little bit farther, like 10 meters, which is 30 feet, I think. All of them, they held straight, but as I said before, the blue one definitely is a little more understable. It went like 1 meter or 2 further than the other ones, but like that doesn't really matter. It's more about the flight, and like it flies more understable. It has, with a flat angle, he wanted to turn a little bit to the right, where the others basically held straight. Last one, we're gonna go with a little bit of Anhyzer. I'll try to put a little bit of height so that they can come back at the end. I feel like if you have a headwind, it's not a great idea to do Anhyzer with those discs. But right now we still have a, oh, it's switching. It's kind of like a tailwind, but also cross right to left, but we cannot control the wind. So we're gonna try to repeat over, have the same angle, and try to see how they fly. So let's start with the more understable and then going up to the most overstable. So S-line first. So again, now there's a little bit of tailwind, so the S-line doesn't flip up so much, but it still holds the Anhyzer line. Probably in a headwind would become a roller. Basically same results for the other S-line. It doesn't really want to fight out of the end. Maybe it flattens a little bit, but keeps the line. Metal Flake. I probably put this one a little bit more high. It still holds the Anhyzer line, but at the end it comes out a little bit. Oh, this one came out of it. And finally the C-line. I feel like this one is a little bit grip locked, and it also ended up in the bushes, so probably took away like 5-6 meters. Okay, so final thoughts about the new S-line FD. It's definitely a touch more understable than the C-line. I would compare it to the Metal Flake, but it's even a little bit more understable out of the box. But yeah, the C-line is still the more overstable. Between those two colors, I feel like this blue one is more understable. I don't know if it's, maybe it's the weight. This is 174, this is 173, so I don't really think it makes a difference, 1 gram. So maybe it's just the color, and this one is more understable. Curious to see if other colors have different levels of stability, but I guess I'm gonna find out once I get my hands on them. I'll definitely back this one as my straight flying in the woods or tailwind shots, and pair it with the C-line probably. I still have to understand if I wanna back the C-line or the Metal Flake, but definitely the new S-line FD is making my bag. I'm gonna give away one of those two and probably more discs in the future. Hopefully Discmania will send more of this. Check out my account on Instagram. It's Edo Disc Golf. Stay tuned for the PD review. Subscribe to the channel, comment, like, all those things. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it if you give me any feedback about the video, what format you would like to see, how to better my reviews, about new Discmania releases, whatever. Just let me know if you like it. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.